My brother texted me a photo from a wedding venue. It was my wife in a white sundress holding a champagne flute, touching a man's chest while a coordinator showed them the garden arch. I actually laughed when I opened it. Dana was in Phoenix at a nursing conference. She'd called me the night before complaining about the hotel AC rattling. I texted my brother back. Dead ringer though, right? He called me instead of replying. His voice was low and careful. Eli, I was there scouting the place for Jess and me. I stood close enough to hear her laugh. She saw me and walked straight into the bridal suite. It's her. I hung up and called the conference hotel in Phoenix directly, not her cell. The front desk was extremely polite when they told me there was no guest under her name that week. Not checked out early. Never checked in. I was still holding the phone when it buzzed. Dana. Session's running late. Phone's almost dead. Love you. I stared at that text for a long time. Then I opened our banking app for the first time in almost a year because Dana handled the money and I'd let her, like an idiot. There it was. A transfer out of our joint savings 5 weeks ago. $23,000. Memo line. Venue deposit. My brother sent me the venue's event calendar. Tastings ran Saturdays until 5. I got there at 3:30, parked by the delivery entrance, and waited with my phone in my hand. At 4:10, the garden doors opened and my wife walked out under the string lights of a place I had never heard of, in a city she supposedly wasn't in, with her fingers laced through another man's. I hit record. The coordinator followed them out with a folder. My wife took it and said, "Clear as anything. We're locked in for October then?" The man pulled her in and said something about how by then the paperwork would be long done. She laughed and said, "He still has no idea. He thinks I'm terrible with dates." Then she kissed him, slow, hand on his jaw, the exact way she kissed me at our own reception 11 years ago. I recorded until their car left the lot. She never saw mine. I didn't fall apart in that parking space, which surprised me. Something colder than heartbreak took the wheel. I drove home and did 3 things before dark. I photographed every statement in her file drawer. I found the tablet she gave to her niece, charging inside her gym bag, and I didn't need the passcode because the lock screen previewed a message from M that said, "Attorney says file first, freeze him out." I photographed that too. Then I called my old college roommate, who clerked for a family court judge for 6 years, and said a sentence I never imagined saying out loud. "I need the most surgical divorce attorney you know." Dana came home Sunday night with a tiny cactus in a souvenir pot. A cactus. I smiled, asked about the conference, and listened to her describe keynote speakers who never existed in a ballroom she never entered. I told her my back was acting up and took the couch. Monday morning, the attorney reviewed everything. The video, the transfer, the lock screen. He was quiet for a second, then said, "She was planning to file first and control the story. You just took that away from her. Don't change anything at home." So for 9 days, I lived with a stranger and acted out my own marriage. I made her coffee, I laughed on cue, and every day while she worked, I moved. New account, payroll redirected, 11 years of records scanned, my things drifting to my brother's garage 1 trunk load at a time, so gradually the house never looked different. On day 10, everything was filed. That morning, she kissed my cheek and said, "Don't forget we have dinner with my sister Friday." I said, "Wouldn't miss it." Last words I ever spoke to her in that house. At 1 p.m., a process server found her at the nurse's station in front of her whole unit. Divorce petition, plus a court order freezing joint assets and demanding an accounting of the $23,000. A friend there told me she went pale and dropped her clipboard. By the time she got home, my key was on the counter, sitting on a printed still from my video, her under the string lights, folder in hand. Underneath it, I'd written one line, "October's a beautiful month for it." She called 37 times that night. The voicemails ran the full cycle. Confusion, tears, fury, then negotiation. She swore the money was refundable. It was, to me. The judge clawed back the deposit and then some. And the venue? My brother booked it. I'll be at his wedding there this fall. Invited, this time.